This is the story of a famous hospital in Surat, where a patient had turned into a ghost. Where many patients came every day to get their treatment. The doctors and nurses there were very hardworking. Many patients were admitted there and their treatment continued day and night. There was such a patient in that hospital, due to which this hospital was different from other hospitals. That patient was in coma in this hospital for 20 years. The doctors and nurses took good care of him and treated him. Actually, no one knew who he was, where he came from and who recruited him. It was also a strange thing that the patient had not blinked his eyelids even once in 20 years. After a few days, the work of expanding the hospital started. Therefore, that hospital was prohibited from admitting more patients. And at night the hospital seemed deserted. There was one such dark night. There a nurse named Seema was on duty that night. The nurse had gone out at 1 o'clock in the night to see the patients. And suddenly while walking she reached that room, where he was a coma patient. Her eyes fell on the bed of the patient lying in coma and she suddenly started screaming, running here and there screaming loudly. Hearing her screams, the doctors, guards and other nurses went to her and held her and started asking her, "What's the matter, Seema? Why were you screaming so loudly and also looking scared?" Seema said tremblingly, "Doctor, that patient was lying in coma for 20 years. The doctor said, "Yes. What about bed number 9? Seema again says, "Doctor, he is not on his bed, not on his bed." The doctor immediately says, "What? What are you saying? Your health is fine, isn't it?" Seema says, "I am telling the truth, doctor. When I went to see all the patients, he was not on his bed." The doctor said, "Let us all see him." Seema said, "No, if you want to go then go, I will not go, I am very scared." The doctor said, "Okay, you wait here. We all come back after seeing him." After saying this, when the doctor went to that room, the patient was lying on his bed in the same condition as before. The doctor looked at her and said, "It seems that Seema has gone completely crazy. Looks like she is not well, she won't say anything. Let's go and send Seema to her home." And everyone left from there. As soon as everyone left, the coma patient opened his eyes. His eyes were very terrifying and scary. Here everyone came near Seema and started explaining to her. "Seema is nothing like you were saying. That coma patient is lying quietly on his bed. If you want, you can go and see him." Seema said fearfully, "No doctor, I will not go, I want to go to my home." The doctor said, "Yes, we are also saying the same, you should go home and rest." And Seema is sought from there. Then, after about 2 hours, suddenly all the walls of the hospital started shaking. It seemed as if someone was laughing, but that laughter was like the running of a machine. The doctor said, "What a strange sound this is, I can't understand that it is someone's laughter and then the sound of a machine. I feel that some labor might have stopped to complete his incomplete work." Then the other one says, "No sir, this is a strange sound even than the sound of a machine, let us all run away from here." The doctor said, "Hey, you are also scared like Seema, it is nothing like that, it must be some labor, let's all go and see." And from there everyone goes to where laborists are working, but there are no laborists there. Then he goes to all the patients and sees that all the patients are lying comfortably. Then we go to that coma patient of bed number 9. As soon as people went near him, everyone's condition started deteriorating after seeing the scene there. The coma patient was jumping around, holding the bed tightly with both his hands. And he was laughing loudly. Her smile was like a machine. Everyone got scared after seeing all this, but the doctor was still thinking. Then a nurse from behind said fearfully, "We have made a big mistake by keeping him here. He has been in a coma and died long ago and has become a ghost. This will not leave us, everyone run away from here." And along with him the guard also started saying out of fear, "Yes sir. She is saying the right thing. We should leave from here." The doctor scolded both of them and said, "You guys keep quiet. We have seen such a scene for the first time in history. How strange is it for a patient in coma to wake up after so many years and with so much energy?" Saying this, the doctor starts going closer to him and says to him, "Can you see me? Can you talk? I am your doctor. Talk to me." Saying this, the doctor started coming closer to him. Then suddenly the patient turned his eyes towards the doctor and jumped on him and tore him into pieces like a wild animal. Seeing all this, the nurse and the guard became completely upset and started running away from there screaming, "Run, run, everyone, run away from here." Hearing all this, all the people started running here and there. Everyone was running here and there with their lives at stake. Were trying to get out. But alas, all the doors and windows of the hospital were closed from outside and no one's phone was even working. That ghostly patient was roaming in the hospital like an animal. And everyone else was trying to save their lives by hiding here and there. But by morning the ghost discovered each one of them hiding there and killed them brutally. Then when morning came, he went back to his room and lay down and went into coma. Then when the police came, they could not find even a single clue of the murderer. And she was also surprised that how could this happen, that so many people have died and not a single clue is being found. Later the police closed that hospital and the coma patient also remained there forever.